Hello everyone, welcome to the Advancement Centre and welcome to the world of magic and miracles, where once again we explore everything about ourselves, the world we live in and the people around us. And we often shift our focus to things that are beyond our world, to things that are in our world but beyond our interpretation. So let's get started. This is a very special occasion on Earth, St. Patrick's Day. So we're into celebration right from the start. But the celebration that I'm particularly feeling is that which envelops everyone. The celebration from the earth itself. The revelation of what's here and how we can interact with the earth. On many occasions, I've spoken about our interaction with the trees, with the birds, with the animals. And on each occasion, I've revealed the special energies that appear for our use in the physical world. So now we're going to just explore them a little bit further. As you look out from wherever you'd like to be, into the trees or into what you can see of the trees through your internal vision, you can see many, many trees, some particularly special. But right now, I'm attempting to bring the focus onto the colour, the intensity of each colour, and how one part of the scene you look at will stand out much more than another. A particular tree will seem to glow. A small plant will stand out. A tree in the distance that you see in the distance will stand out. Unbeknown to us, that is a signal from the trees that it holds energy for each one of us in particular. So what you see is a signal that says, I have a gift for you. I have a bunch of energy that's going to blow your mind. All you have to do is take it. And you can use your mind to drag it in. But the best thing is a physical action to show your intention of dragging the energy from what you see into your body. So if you hold your hands out in front of you, facing towards the spot that's standing out, you can drag the energy towards yourself and start to fill your body with the gift that comes from the trees. And the strange thing is, the intensity will change as it shifts from the tree to you. And that can be 100 miles away or 10 feet away, or right next to you, or even in a vision in your mind. It will fill your body with the most amazing senses that do everything from heal yourself to enlighten yourself in some way or another. And depending on how much you can fit into your being or into your body, will depend on whether you feel like you're walking above the ground or not. This energy shifts then. You take some and another area stands out, and you take some more and that area fades and another area stands out, and it never ends. And you can look at a rock and it will look like it's glowing, and in an instant it will start to fade into your body. So many of the things that you've seen in the world actually are sending you signals to say, I have a gift for you. The earth in itself contains everything we need to sustain our body, including the air we breathe, the rubbish we get rid of. So the complete action of taking on a gift actually is two-way. It brings you great capacity, and it also eliminates the dross, which can be in your mind, in your body, or around you. This gift from the earth is a function that's been around forever, but not necessarily recognized unless you're in a mood where you are connecting with a tree. But what I'm talking about is a field of energies that surround you, no matter which way you look. And they're recognizable by how they stand out in their intensity towards you. The greens of the trees will stand out like another color. And even in between a group of trees, you'll see a haze which is colored that attracts you. And as you draw it towards yourself, it disappears. And you can try it anytime, any way you like. And it will help you to survive the changes that are happening throughout the world right now. It'll help you to survive your own thoughts and your own interactions with one another. It's a calming sensation, but it's also filled with elation. And as soon as you get over that sense of, I shouldn't do this, I'm not supposed to interfere, I'm not supposed to go beyond who I am, the energies start to flow continuously. And you can bolster that by just imagining you're looking at a bunch of trees or a forest or some plants and feel the gift that they bring to you. In the same way, the interaction with the birds and the small animals will increase because you've opened the channel to the gifts of the universe that are held within the earth itself, within the trees and the field that surrounds the trees. We're now working with magic and miracles. So there should be no hesitation to feel much better than what you normally do. And this is the way to do it. You can do it in your, what you call your imagination, or you can just daydream, or you can walk outside and take it on in reality. And as you take it on in reality, you'll find it's hidden in the most obvious spots. Even if you can't see a tree, you'll see a building that stands out, or a ray of light, or a colour. And it's a gift to your body to sustain it in the best possible way. As we move further towards living magic and miracles, there'll be more and more aspects that stand out to you as an individual. But never lose track of the fact that the earth is continually offering gifts in the form of energy fields, in the form of reciprocal interaction, where your junk is its livelihood and its gift is your livelihood. So the fact that we live on Earth can't be forgotten, even though we disappear into the realms and we access our origin. There is just as much need to access the unknown on the physical plane. There are many visual planes that exist and fluctuate in our field so that we can filter out what is necessary and bring to light what is overshadowed. So in a fraction of a second, we can turn what may seem difficult into something that feels very elated because it's part of you. The part of you that I see belongs to me, and the part of me that you see belongs to you. It's part of your world, it's part of your reality. And so what you show to people has nothing to do with what they see. There are two different things. And that's why it's easy to see an action that is not genuine, because there's already transmission before the words. There's already a transmission before an assessment. And as you open up these fields, these gifts from the earth, you will start to feel what comes from people before they even speak. And you might say they are not related, but in fact are. The gift of being aware of a field in a visual plane actually opens up the gift of being aware of a transmission from one or a million people that comes independent of speech. And it's not the action of the brain, it's the action of intention. It's the action of magic. So what we transmit comes before we even determine to say. What we receive comes before we receive it. So therefore, the visual plane allows you to see what's coming from the trees, what's coming from a rock, what's coming from another person, in a colour or an essence that attracts your attention. Just like you can tell if somebody's trying to connect with you in a crowd or across the street. There is a visual plane that activates your attention so that you receive an energy field that may be an impulse or just a brilliant feeling, uplifting and enlightening. So all this exists in the physical world, not for us to exploit, but to live with, to play with, to interact with, and to enjoy. Everything that is needed for any person to not only survive, but to live in a brilliant life is within their reach and doesn't need to be offered by anyone, because it's always offered. The gift of the field you live in is always there. The gift of how that can be enhanced is yours to give. So once you initiate anything, you've given opportunity to the earth's field, to the trees, to everything around you, to deliver its gift to you. And the more this interaction happens, the more we feel like we're walking on air. We're a foot above the ground. We're higher than a kite. And it's much better than drugs. You can be assured that you will feel like you're lifting off the ground if you fill your body with energy that seems to be hiding in the trees, in the leaves, in a little bit of sunshine, in the glitter, and a snowflake. The energy that you can receive is so immense that we don't even have to relate it to one another. It can take your breath in a second or less. So being aware of the fact that we're now masters of our own destiny, it's reasonable to pursue the tools that allow you to do so. And those tools all belong to you, and they belong in the physical world as well as the world beyond worlds. But those tools are endless. And the pursuit is a matter of following your spirit, doing the outlandish like we've just spoken about. Gather all the energy that you see and have it for yourself, because it's meant for you. You're not stealing, it's yours. You're not taking it from the earth. It's yours. You're not taking it from another person. It's yours. It's all part of your world. So to elevate yourself, you don't have to refer to anyone. But you do have to instigate it. And that only takes a fraction of a second. But what's delivered is continuous. And it can stay with you forever. Sometimes the act of initiating it seems superfluous. But there are times when that act is all you have left, because you've driven into a one-way street and found a dead end. And that happens a lot in this world. But as soon as you look towards a lift and you'll go above everything, where you don't need to drive in any direction at all. The peaceful feeling of drawing in those energies and then deciding, I'll do another one, and then expanding yourself to take on everyone you can trace. So you'll look around and you'll find multiple sources of energy, and you'll switch that transfer on for all those multiple sources all at once. And you'll be surprised what that does for yourself and for others. It brings into action the active energies that surround you. Start that industry of magic and miracles actually churn. Physical things start to happen in your world. Really beyond explanation. And the building of resources happens naturally. So when you see something is needed, or something is needed to be done, you'll find that before you can figure out how you're going to do it, it's done for you. Either out of nowhere or somebody turns up and achieves it for you. All this because of the active energies in your field that are built from your interaction with the special fields of the physical world. And once you feel that happening, you'll see beyond a doubt there's more to the mystery of life than you could ever imagine. And when you start to hear people before they speak, you'll just smile and know that you've been hearing it but not taking any notice of it. So the brilliance that's surpassed by nothing is already here, already available, and already yours. There's much more, and there always is. But it's usually found by your exploration of a simple and easy task that's beyond what we do normally each day. Even as simple as a smile every now and then. Even though you might be smiling already, you can set a signal that flashes up to you and says, smile. You want it to happen every 10 seconds, every 10 minutes, or every hour. It will happen. It'll instigate something in you that you never thought of, because you went outside the regular pattern and set a recurring alarm in your own field. And it works. And there are many more crazy things that you can do to restart your system, to switch on the power, to get everything functioning way beyond the efficiency that you know at the moment, and to bring to you an intelligence that has never been used before. Our awareness is something that has been beyond our capability of deciphering ever since we've been alive. And that's now being expanded to something way beyond anything we've ever imagined. Your awareness of a bit of movement, a change of light, a sense of movement in the air, a sense of being watched, a sense of some energy flow, and a sense of how brilliant your body is and all the things that make it work. All those sensitivities are growing because of your new awareness. And that will lead into being aware of the presence of other beings, of the presence of other dimensions that are actually here on Earth, and of the interaction you can have with those dimensions as you interface with the trees and with the energy fields around them. You'll get to know the fairies and all those little beings. You'll get to know the big beings that are so gentle, with power beyond belief. And you'll feel all that because you filled yourself with the energy of the trees, the energy around the trees, and the energy of the fields that are offered to you by others. The brilliance of our life is just starting to show. And the brilliance of the world has been there all the time. But with the interaction with the universe, it is starting to show in our physical vision and in the vision that we have that doesn't work through our eyes. And from there on, there's so much that you can achieve by using the magic and miracles and having the major part of your life focused on activating energies, bringing them into fields, allowing them to grow and expand into the physical world as a reality and as something you can eventually touch. So with that, I'll leave you to enjoy the game, to get on top of the wave, to activate the active energies in your field, and do it through the color indications that come from the trees and from the world in general. As you bring all that into your heart, you'll know beyond a doubt you're a master in the world, you're a master in the universe. Thank you everyone for joining me. I now wish you all a perfect life, perfect health, and an extremely magic future. Thank you.